Hello everyone. I know it's been a long time. I have not filmed in about 2 years. I was not planning on taking such a long break. Anyway, I'm here now and it's quarantine time. So it's a good time to do things from home because this is where we have to be. They extended it here in LA for another month. So we're doing this until April 19th, hopefully not longer. I hope I don't watch this video in 6 months and laugh. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about quarantine. I'm here to talk about what you can do during quarantine. And I've been getting a lot of questions about removing artificial nails, gel nails while you're at home. There's really nowhere to go to get it done. So if you want it done, you're gonna have to just do it yourself. I'm also going to talk about a few different tips and tricks if you have any type of hard gel or dip or acrylic. The process is pretty much the same. You're just gonna have to do a little bit more filing. You'll only see me removing gel, but while I show you that process, I'll also be throwing in some tips if you do have dip powder or acrylic on. It's not, the easiest thing to do with acrylic or dip powder because those are a lot thicker than gel, but it is possible to do at home as long as you're careful without an e-file. It's just a little more time consuming, but it is doable. Yeah, let's get into the video. So this is everything that you're going to need. I'll just go through them one by one. This is a cuticle nipper. I'm sure you are all familiar with this, but this is what I would use to take off rhinestones or gemstones. If you do have them, you want to take those off before you start the removal process. You're also going to need a cuticle pusher. If you're not comfortable using metal, you can go ahead and use a wooden stick like this. They have a pointy end right here and then a flatter end on that side. And they're a little less abrasive on the nails. So if metal kind of scares you a little bit, you can go with this version. And this is the file I'm going to use. It is 180 grit on this side, and that's what you want to try to get is a 180, maybe a 150, but those are the two that I would stick with. And I always have a buffer to buff off any excess base coat that may be left. Of course, foil and cotton, and you're also going to need pure acetone. You really want to stick with 100% acetone. Nothing else is going to work this well. If you have nail polish remover that has color in it, like purple or blue sometimes, maybe green, those are acetone based, but they're not pure acetone. Pure acetone is clear just like this, and this is what's going to remove your gel most effectively. So first thing you want to do is file the top coat off of your nails. Take the file that I showed you earlier and just swipe it across the nail until all the top coat is gone. And that's really the goal, is to take off all of the top coat. The acetone is not going to penetrate through the top coat. And you also want to make sure you get the tips of your nail to open those up too. If you do have a hard gel or a dip or acrylic, ideally you would use a drill. I'm guessing most of you don't have nail drills at home, so you're just going to have to do a lot of filing and get down to the thinnest layer you can before soaking. But if you have regular gel polish on, this is really fine. As you can tell, there's very little shininess. I'm going to go ahead and do this on the rest of the nails and then show you the soaking process. Another thing I want to show you real quick before I keep going is you want to make sure that this edge right here of your file is not hitting your skin, because sometimes these edges are sharp and they could cut your skin if you swipe them at the wrong angle or a little too aggressively. You can take another file and swipe it across like that, and just same on the other side. That way you can soften up these edges, so if they do hit your skin, you don't get any little cuts and it doesn't really hurt. So I would say this is a good place to stop. The goal here is not to remove all of your gels, it's just to open them up enough to let acetone soak through. And this is one of the reasons why people think gels and enhancements, dip, etc. are damaging. The thing that is damaging to the nail plate is this. If this file starts hitting your nail plate and you're scraping across your nail plate with an abrasive file, you are going to take off layers of your nail plate. And you may not notice it right away, because let's say it happens, right here. You're not going to notice it until it grows out and it becomes a free edge. And this edge of your nail is going to be really, really thin. Now I'm going to go ahead and brush off some of this dust and show you how I wrap these. So this is just regular aluminum foil. I just, took it from the kitchen, and I took a big piece and tore it up into squares. They're about 2 by 2 if you want to get an idea of what size they are, but you don't have to be exact. As long as they are going to fit comfortably and tightly on the nail, that's all you need to worry about. Next, I'm going to take a piece of cotton, and you really just want to take enough to fit the nail. You don't need all that much. I have my acetone acetone and a pump right here, so I'm just going to take a few pumps and make sure that this piece is nice and soaked. If you don't have one of these pumps, you can just go ahead and pour your acetone into the lid of the bottle it comes in. Make sure that your cotton, by the way, does not move when you're doing this. Try to make sure your cotton stays still. So take one side. When you take this other side, hold this down with another finger and then just go ahead. Once you have this extra piece, you can just fold it straight down, or you can kind of take it, curve it around. Some people twist it on top and then put it down. You can do it however you want. All you have to make sure is that this is nice and firm and that it's not going anywhere. Okay, so now that everything is wrapped up nice and tight, I'm gonna let this soak and then I will come back and show you how to get rid of your excess gel. Okay, so I've been soaking for about 9 minutes now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. So I'm gonna take my metal pusher and go upward. Here's a mistake that I just made that some people might also make. I clearly did not file enough right here, and that's why this gel is being a little more stubborn. The safest way to take care of this is to just file a little bit more and re-soak it. If you start taking this gel and scraping it off, you're gonna lift off your nail plate with it. The easiest thing to do is to just take your file and make sure that you're angling it so that you don't touch the part of the nail that already has the gel removed. And this is a step you're also going to most likely have to do if you have any type of soft gel extensions or acrylic or dip. You're gonna have to double soak, and it's the same process I just showed you. I'll go ahead and re-soak this one too because the tip of my nail is my most fragile part, so I don't want to do anything to compromise the strength I have in my nails. This is what I'm left with after removal. You see the stubborn little spot? I'm going to take the wooden pusher now because it's much more gentle. I'm gonna try to just get it off that way. There's some base coat that I'm just gonna try to get off too, and I'll just kind of stop there. And now that the base coat has been lifted a little, I can keep buffing. So this is what we're left after all that. This is where you're gonna wanna wash your hands and get rid of any extra dust. If you do plan on painting your nails right after, I wouldn't necessarily put your hands in water. I would just kind of take a brush, like any makeup brush or fluffy brush would do, and just kind of get in there and take off the dust. And then wipe your nails with lint-free wipes and alcohol, or just cotton and alcohol. Something that will take off the dust but not add any moisture to your nails. But I am not going to be painting my nails just yet, so I'm going to go ahead and wash them and come right back. You definitely want to take some cuticle oil and drop it into your nails, and make sure that you rub it in very, very well. Rub it into your nail plate, rub it into your sidewall. We tend to skip the sidewall just because it's a little deeper. If you have a lot of extra cuticle oil, just take it and rub it all the way down your fingers. So that is what my nails look like after gel removal. I do this probably twice a week. I change my gels a lot because I just get sick of the color super fast. As you can see, my nails look nice and healthy. If you have any extra questions that I did not answer, please feel free to leave them below. And yeah, we're all good to go. So that's the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed this, and I hope that I see you all in my next video. Bye.